Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Emily who lived in a small village with her parents. Emily loved to read scary stories before going to bed, but one night, as she was reading a particularly frightening tale, she heard a strange noise coming from under her bed. At first, she thought it was just her imagination playing tricks on her, but the noise grew louder and more persistent. She tried to ignore it and go back to her book, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was under her bed. She summoned up the courage to peek under the bed, and what she saw made her heart skip a beat. There, in the shadows, was a monster with long arms, razor-sharp claws, and glowing eyes. Emily screamed and ran out of her room, but the monster followed her, its heavy footsteps echoing through the house. Emily's parents tried to comfort her, but they didn't believe her when she told them about the monster under her bed. They told her it was just her imagination, but she knew what she had seen. From that night on, Emily was too scared to sleep in her own room. Every time she tried, she heard the monster under the bed, its claws scraping against the floorboards. She tried to stay up all night, but eventually, exhaustion would take over, and she would drift off to sleep, only to be woken up by the monster's chilling growls. One night, Emily couldn't take it anymore. She grabbed a flashlight and went back to her room, determined to face the monster and make it go away. She crawled under the bed and shone her light into the darkness. There, in the shadows, she saw the monster, and it was even more terrifying up close. Emily was about to scream when the monster suddenly spoke to her in a deep, menacing voice. "I will not harm you, child. I am only here to protect you from the things that go bump in the night. Every child has a monster under their bed, and I am yours." Emily was shocked and didn't know what to do, but she realized that the monster wasn't as scary as she thought. In fact, it was there to keep her safe. From that night on, Emily was no longer afraid of the monster under her bed. She went to sleep every night knowing that she was protected. But as she grew older and moved away from her childhood home, she couldn't shake the feeling that the monster was still watching over her, always there to protect her from the things that go bump in the night. And she was grateful for that, because she knew that as long as the monster was there, she would never be scared again.